discuss about ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem include all of the living things such as plant, animal, and organism in a given area, interacting with each other and also with their non-living environment. An ecosystem, each organism has its own role to play. Consider a small puddle at the back of your home. In it, you may find all sorts of living things, from microorganisms to insects and plants. They may depend on non-living things like water, sunlight, temperature, and even nutrients in the water for life.
Firstly, I will explain about the food chain. A food chain shows the feeding relationship between different living things in a particular environment or habitat. Often, a plant will begin a food chain because it can make its own food using energy from the sun. Also, a food chain represents a series of events in which food and energy are transferred from one organism in an ecosystem to another. Food chains show how energy is passed from the sun to producers, from producers to consumers, and from consumers to decomposers. Organisms that can make their own food are called producers. Consumers are animals that eat producers or other animals. The animal that eats the producer is called the primary consumer. The animal that eats the primary consumer is called a secondary consumer. The animal that eats the secondary consumer is called a third order consumer, followed by fourth, fifth, and so on. The direction of arrows between the organisms shows who eats what. A decomposer means an organism that breaks down large molecules from dead organisms into small molecules and returns important materials to the environment. Sooner or later, all living things die. When a plant or an animal dies, its body begins to break down into small pieces. Special living things called decomposers breaks down the body. A decomposer makes dead things into chemicals, and then the chemicals go into the air, ground, or water, and is used again.
Let me explain about the water cycle. The Earth has a limited amount of water. That water keeps going around and around and around. Well, you get the idea in what we call the water cycle. This cycle is made up of a few main parts, which is evaporation and transpiration, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Okay, let us go through the first stage, which is evaporation. Evaporation happens when the sun heats up water in the river, lakes, or the ocean and turns it into water vapor or steam. The water vapor or steam leaves the river, lake, or the ocean and goes into the air. Meanwhile, transpiration is the process by which plants lose water on their leaf. Transpiration gives evaporation a bit of a hand in getting the water vapor back up into the air. And next is the condensation stage, in which the water vapor in the air gets cooled and changed back into the liquid, forming clouds. This is what we call condensation. Next, we will go to the third stage, which is precipitation. Precipitation occurs when so much water has condensed that the air cannot hold it anymore. The clouds will get heavy and the water falls back to the earth in the form of rain, hail, sleet, or snow. And the last stage is its collection. This stage is when the water falls back to the earth as precipitation. It may fall back to the earth, into the lakes, rivers, or ocean, or it may end up on land. When it ends up on land, it will either soak into the earth and become a part of the groundwater that plants and animals use to drink, or it may run over the soil and collect in the ocean, lakes, or rivers, where the cycle starts. And the cycle will happen all over again, and that is what we call water cycle.
I would like to talk about carbon cycle. Carbon cycle is the process in which carbon travels from the atmosphere into organism and the earth and then back into the atmosphere. The process of carbon cycle divided by three, such as combustion, photosynthesis, and decomposition. Combustion is burning process from factory and transportation to directly to atmosphere. Photosynthesis is carbon dioxide from the air and water are linked to form sugar by green plant using the energy of the sun in a process photosynthesis. Decomposition. Tree die and eventually fall down. Microorganism in the dead tree lies over microorganism directly into the soil. Soil is enriched from the nutrient provided by the tree. step in the carbon cycle divided by 3. First, carbon enter atmosphere as carbon dioxide from respiration and combustion. Second, carbon dioxide is absorbed by producer to make carbohydrate in photosynthesis. And animal feed on the plant passing the carbon compound along food chains. Now, I'm going to explain about natural ecosystem. So, the definition are, an ecosystem is a community of living organisms in conjunction with non-living components of the environment, things like air, water, and mineral soil interacting as a system. These biotic and abiotic components are regarded as linked together through nutrient cycles and energy flow. The structure of natural ecosystem is, at the basic functional level, ecosystems generally contain primary producer, which is plant, capable of harvesting energy from the sun through the process called photosynthesis. This energy then flows through the food chain. Next come consumers that could be primary or secondary consumers. There are many types of natural ecosystem out there, but the three major classes of ecosystems sometimes referred as biomass. The example of freshwater are ponds and river, terrestrial, rainforest, tundra, desert, and savanna. Ocean examples are shallow water, deep water, warm water, and cold water.
We already heard about natural ecosystem before, so now I will introduce to all of you about artificial ecosystem, or in other words, man-made ecosystem. Different than natural ecosystem, man-made ecosystem on other hand are created to copy the condition of natural ecosystem. As the example of man-made ecosystem is aquarium, zoo, and the park. The contrast of having a man-made ecosystem is man-made ecosystem are unnatural and may cause more damage than what they solve. These ecosystems are sustained by human intervention. It can't survive without the care of humans. Man-made ecosystems are created for a specific purpose. As the example, farms are created for agricultural benefit and the park for the recreation. The main advantage of man-made ecosystem is that it could repair a damaged natural ecosystem, or it can introduce certain features in the otherwise less useful ecosystem. Thank you.
Man-made ecosystem is an ecosystem that humans create on their own. Therefore, human itself need to maintain in order for the ecosystem function properly. In regard of the nowadays development, man-made ecosystem is important in preserving the ecosystem for the future generations. However, by creating a man-made ecosystem, it will disturb the cycle of natural ecosystem. Above all, before thinking about creating a man-made ecosystem, as a planner, we need to think thoroughly on how to preserve the natural ecosystem first without having the interrupt the natural cycle.